retard, retard.
So, hello. I hope you're all doing good. Yep, exactly. No computers today. Well, at least at the beginning, but they're going to fail at some point. Hello to Helme, Max73, hello to Cassiopeia, Cucumberbush, so Wusser, Herfried, Abbas, Renier, Emil, FlightSim Dad, Pilot Olaf, Rainy in Amsterdam.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box YouTube channel subscriber experience. Could new subscribers please make their way to the first class cabin where complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Hello, lekker Yoda. Yoda, how are you doing? Lekker. Yeah, Schiphol. We're going to Amsterdam. I knew you'd be happy. Yoda, thank you so much for your resub. Thank you for your support, my friend. Hey, little pilot. Philip, hello to you as well. Forward, goede wie. Hey, Diego. Freda, hey. Right, yeah, we're not going to waste time. We're going to go straight to Amsterdam. Let's find a nice position up here. Let's park. Let's go here. Now, but I do fear that that we are going to... Hang on. Yeah, just need to make sure that's not shown. I'm pretty sure that someone will probably be there at our position. What, seriously? Hang on, Bravo 20? Hang on. Hey, Mark, hello. Right, let me just see, guys. Hold your horses. Live weather, real time. Let me just go. Hang on. Oh, it's raining. Yoda, can you confirm? Moin. Voyager, wie geht's? Now, first of all, panel states. Let me do that.
Hello, Black Box.
Hello, Reynolds. Wie geht's dir? So, now let me see. Which parking position we should have. And Dominic, hello to you as well. Thank you for everyone for joining. Let's route import real quickly. Schiphol.
Hello, Black Box.
Hey Lee, goede wie geht's dir? Ground charts. So let's have a look. Airport, parking stands. So I was supposed to go. Oh yeah, you're right. No. So we were supposed to go to Bravo 17 or something. Ay. Ja, mir geht's gut, Lee. Danke fürs Fragen. Hey, Rob. Yeah, lovely to see you. Rob A320, welcome. Nice to see you. Yeah, so how have you been? Hold on. So where are we? Is this Bravo 17? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's busy. I mean, lots of stuff to do. Now, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see this, but what I did, I actually changed stuff regarding my setup, regarding my desk, etc. So I'm now using the Bravo throttle quadrant from Honeycomb. So, oh, what am I doing? For crying out loud. I'm not concentrating. Yeah, so I actually changed some stuff around so that I can use a different setup and have a bit more space at my desk here. I know we're in the air. That was not supposed to happen. Danny, so the failures day, I'm really talking about the system stuff, etc., etc. So you guys will be in the full picture regarding Bravo 17 flight. Regarding what systems we're talking about today. Let me give you a quick idea. Hold on. Let me just start AirPlay. So today we are going to be talking about, in general, the setup regarding autopilot MCDU, how the flight management guidance system is working, how it's interacting with the MCDU and so on. Also, then I'm going to talk about the different modes that we have, and then of course we are going to have that FMGC 1 and 2 fault. It's one of those failures which seems to catch some people out, so pilots I should say, pilots out from time to time. The reason being is, well, you're going to see why when it happens. The failure itself is not so critical in the sense of you know, anything time critical, etc., etc. It's more about getting your aircraft set up and getting a mental picture of your surroundings and the approach, etc., etc. Hey Hugh, how are you doing? Eternal, hello to you. Bordeaux, hello. So yeah, the thing is, you cannot, you're correct, you cannot fail the FMCG here in the config. So you are going to have to fail, those are switched off for today. So you can fail things like the MCDUs. You can fail, for example, flight augmentation computer. You can fail certain things directly. You can put the aircraft into alternate laws, direct laws. Flight control units you can fail, auto thrust you can fail. Now, the reason why I want to do the FMGC 1 and 2 failure is because it does create some workload regarding manual flying, and then using the backup navigation system, so standby tuning, which I've shown here before, that one there, because some people might wonder what this is actually for, and I couldn't show you this in the FS Labs because it couldn't simulate that. So that's why we're doing it today here in the FENIX. So without further ado, let me just quickly connect to vPilot. To see whether or not this parking spot is taken. Oh, hello. Why is that not working? Just see. There we go. That was the one. There we go. Well, it looks like we're lucky. There's aircraft here, Transavia. There's a KLM, and there's our beautiful aircraft. But there's no one else blocking our stand, which is great. What's the Maverick activities? Well, I think if you have the F-18, yeah, you could do some of these activities. I don't know. I just don't really fancy the F-18 here in Microsoft Flight Sim, that's all. So I don't know, I don't have it. And Brennel, you asked, on the last long-haul flight, I had some like automatic fuel distribution failure, and it said it switched to manual, which I did. What causes it? No. So the only thing really, Brennel, that you might see is an error coming up when the center tank. So I would assume you had center tank fuel, and so it's about the auto feeding from the center tank. And sometimes there are, I don't know, you do get a fault warning at some point where it senses fuel, but the pumps are running dry or something, and you get these ECA messages. But I don't think you had any fuel imbalance, did you? Right, oh yeah, to the question regarding FMGC failure. Believe it or not, I've actually had one, not on the A320, I've had a dual FMGC failure in the 747 in the approach to Frankfurt. And it was pretty similar to what we're going to see today. So, you know, the moment that you lose the MCDUs, the routing, the map mode, etc., so you really have to go back to the good old raw data flying. Yeah, that's interesting. The thing is, you have to have a concept, and that's why I do like to fly raw data whenever I can. I do like to keep, you know, nav backups, so I do always look at the needles. It's kind of a habit where I always try to think that the map may fool me. So always a bit skeptical about the map, even though nowadays with GPS updating it is really reliable. But still, it just keeps me on my toes a bit more. And that way, if anything, you know, with the FMGC or the MCU fails, hey Mark. Oh yeah, but hey, that's Microsoft for you. That's not FENIX, that's Microsoft. Maybe it's sensing strong wind and pushing the. Yeah, but the thing is this. So Hugh, the problem is in this software setup, you lose your magenta line. Hey Alex, so that's the thing. All right. Yeah, we're gonna fail the FMGC through the circuit breakers. Cool. We are online, waiting for Amsterdam to come online as well. I think they said 17:30, correct? I think so. Hey, United for Life, how you doing? How's life? Oh, Brennel, did Jeremiah get the issue fixed regarding SimBrief? Nothing beat Airsoft till now? What? What? Is that supposed to be a joke, or? Look, the Airsoft A320 is extremely basic. I don't really want to go into that. Oh yeah, and by the way, so the cool thing is, the throttles now, I can actually use the reverse thrust on the thrust levers as well, which is quite cool. So that's actually quite nice. So let's go Atsu AOC menu. United, you're doing good. Finished off night shift this morning. Now I have some days off. Nice. How are you coping with night shift? And let's do flight in it here. We are on lifetime, real time. No info up to now, I think. Okay. Good. So Amsterdam, Vienna. Our friends in Vienna have been warned about the failure, and they have a trainee on the approach today. So we've got Kleptrick in the arrival, and director or something is a trainee. So We may actually put him under a little pressure there, so we shall see how that goes. They're fine. Nitrous are fine. We are so busy now that actually... Okay, yeah. Yeah, that helps, right? Being busy definitely helps, yeah. Good. We're supposed to depart about half an hour, so we better get going with the loading, etc., etc. Let's go mass and balance. We're expecting 147 passengers. Yeah, let's load. Let's go real time. And pilot brief. Give you a quick rundown of the weather, etc., etc. Brennel, well, it's two different things. So EFB is one thing, right? But that's completely different to the ATSU, so the MCDU functions. So anything you do here, in here, affects your MCDU, and only your MCDU. It does not affect your EFB. The EFB is completely separate. And that's actually how it is in the real aircraft as well. I had an aircraft over to Munich recently, and I had to call dispatchers to arrange paperwork, etc. And I have to say, nice, cool. That's good to hear. Yeah, that is great to hear. And I guess, you know, there's so much stuff to learn, right? I'll give an example. You know, I'm sure you get the same kind of questions maybe from other pilots. So for us, over the last couple of rotations, I've actually had really bad slot times. And when I say bad, I mean bad, like 2 hours late, etc., etc. So I always try to call up dispatch and try to see and find out where the slot is actually from, because we can't always see that. You know, is it en route? Is it arrival airport? And if it's en route, you know, is there something we can do like rerouting, lower level, whatever? There are some options that you can, you know, go through. 39 Kostenex. Yeah, I've talked a lot of, you know, I've talked a lot with dispatch over the last couple of rotations. So yeah, exactly. So France is installing a new radar system, or something new with their radar system. So they are really busy with that and reducing capacity. Let's just check the flight level 370. Yeah, and then of course weather. No doubt, weather has been a real big issue as well. Yeah, absolutely. So we're climbing, and it's minus 55 up there. Minus 55. What's the temperature in Amsterdam? 15 degrees. Are you kidding me? Is it that cold? Blimey. What happened there? Hey, Captain Bruno, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Oh, you mean the flight in it? Yeah. So flight in it is to get in contact with your company, if you like, kind of log on onto the company server. While when you go on init for the routing, you then initialize the routing and the routing loader. Yeah, and here actually in the aircraft, the initialization of that init regarding just, you know, contact with the server, that actually pulls also the routing from the. But Brent, that's just the way it is. I mean, you know.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box YouTube channel subscriber experience. Could new subscribers please make their way to the first class cabin where complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Maybe it's BA, I don't know. Eagle Motion, thank you so much as well to you. Thanks for the support. I'm sure you've already been a member, haven't you, Eagle Motion? Hype. Be who? Yeah, Mark, that's it. That's exactly it. Hey Bob, how you doing? So, where was I? In it, we've done that. So B page. So what are we? Oh yeah, I was going to get the weather actually. So ATSU, AOC menu, weather request. Well, if you do it this way, now let's not do it this way. Let's actually go into the EFB, because here, let's go quickly through the weather brief. Auto thrust airways, yeah. No, the problem is, Brennel, I don't have the hype emote up here yet. I have a limited amount of emote spaces at the moment because we don't have the same amount of subscribers as we have on Twitch, or members like we had on Twitch. So that's why the hype command, I think the hype emote is not up yet, is it? I mean, if it is, then... Oh, it is. Okay, then maybe the link or the command is different. Ah, it's called black box hype. Yeah, okay. Yeah, but it's one of those things I need to change as well. But yeah, my time's just so limited at the moment to go through these things. So, we've got Vienna. Rain showers. But there's nothing really bad. It's 240 northwesterly wind. Currently, yeah, northerly winds. So 3-4 should be for landing there. Our alternate airport, Bratislava, which is normally being used because it's right around the corner from Vienna. Some strong wind, maybe some CBs, but that's just partly, temporarily. So Cabo K, yeah, that's fine. That's a good alternate airport. Schiphol is 240.26. Blimey, 15 degrees. Rain drizzle. It's cold. It was gusting 35. Jeez. So my flight. Let's go pull the ATIS, shall we? Oh, we don't have ATIS yet. Hang on. I'm sure that they're supposed to come online. Are they? Is it typical like Dutch? They're like really on time. Or have they changed something in the... So bookings today. Amsterdam approach, Amsterdam center, Amsterdam tower, Amsterdam ground, delivery, all 17:30. Time is time. Blimey. Man, they do take that seriously, don't they? Hey Bob, so how much did Yoda have to pay for you to fly? No. So Bob, actually, I was just looking at the controller setups, and I am trying to find a routing and obviously some controls or centers where I have a chance of getting PDC. Yeah, 7:30 Zulu, yeah, exactly. So they should be online in like 8 minutes or so. Let me go through sim settings real quickly. So airframe, standby, don't need that. We don't need FLS. Brake fans, okay, that looks good. Controls, they're linked, fantastic. Units, all good. Callouts, 2,500, yep. Yep, so that's all fine. Excellent. Let me set up the charts. What was the wind again? That was 230. So is there a chance actually here for runway, well, 18, I guess? Or to, what is it? So let's have a look. So we could have 18 left, and if we're very lucky, 24. But I'll be honest. Normally in these wind conditions, you would get 18 left. Unless it's really, really strong, then you might get 2-4. But yeah, but we'll, you know, we're open for both. At least not 3-6 left. I mean, that's a good thing. That's good news. Hey, Browns, how you doing? 2-4 departure. So it's 2-4 or 18 left. We'll see. We'll get the clearance later with ground. Let's get parking stands. Yeah, park there. Fantastic. Cool. Regarding our arrival into Vienna, so we are going to expect UK runway. We're gonna have 3-4, and we are expecting then. Well, here, I don't know why he puts 2-9 there, but Lanux. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Vienna. Ground charts. Airport. So 3-4. Parking stands good as well. And then we're going to have the star. Where is it? Arrival. Via Lanux. Lanux. But that's going to be a transition, isn't it? So, Uzupa and then Lanux. God, I just fear I've... Oh, no, there we are. Lanux. Found it. Yeah, so it's Lanux and a Nerdo transition. That is perfectly fine. And then it's going to be the... Let's check. Oh, my God. For Mike. No. For November. That's it. There we go. So it's going to be that transition. So from there to normally, and if we're lucky, we might get a bit shorter approach. However, yeah, we're going to face some difficulties later on, and we're going to be unable enough. So I expect not to see any standard arrivals. Those are waypoints. These are all, I would expect these are all Arnaf arrivals. So look, yeah, Arnaf. Yeah, they're all Arnaf arrivals. So we'll see. We'll see what... wow, ATC is on. That's the timing. We'll take the RNS, localize at 3-4. Good, so that's all the charts for Vienna, all set up. Perfect. All right, let's have a look for the ATIS then. Let's see, is an ATIS up? I don't know. I know that we had an SRA approach. Was it Linz or something? I think Linz. They had an SRA approach, but I'm not sure about Vienna. But to be honest, even if they had, it is offline at the moment. Even if they have SRA, I don't know how busy they're going to be, Brennelt. And to be honest, I mean, we are still able for an ILS approach. So, you know, just like in real life, you would not, you know, go with that and, you know, make the life of ATC more complicated than necessary. At the moment, Brennel, no. At the moment, there is no. There is no updater yet, but I'm pretty sure that they will get that at some point. Cool. How's it going now? The loading. Let's just check, and then we continue with our preparations. Currently 89 boarded. Fantastic. Alrighty. Let's continue then with the preparations. So we are expecting a zero fuel weight of 58.6. The fuel is supposed to be 6.7. Let's see if the fueler has already done that. Yeah, 6.7. The alternate fuel, according to our flight plan, is... Let's check here. It's not much, 900 kilograms. So 0.9. And so we do have a little bit extra fuel. So I'm going to speculate on runway 24 for departure. If not, then we'll get something else. And we should have... Oh, here comes the question. Is it 3... Arnhem, 3 Sierra. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's something we would expect. Okay, so arrival for the ILS 34 is 6 Whiskey, Lanham 6 Whiskey, departure and approach via Diner du Fort November. So, let's check that again. That looks complete. So, a quick way to check these routings is if you do a pilot's route, store the active flight plan, and then just go through the waypoints. So Arnhem, and then we've got Lima 620 to Zuvox, Zulu 718 to Osnabrück, Lima 980, Sierra Alpha Sierra, that's all correct, Lima 986, Pove, Yankee 800 Tadov, Zulu 21 to Dresden, Tango 620 to Lalug, and then the arrival, a direct Zupa, and then the arrival. Yeah, so that's correctly programmed. Yeah, Josh, it is. We have rarely we have anything special. There are special procedures from time to time, but mostly it's straight out 25 miles now. Yeah, so that's pretty accurate actually. My opinion on the FENIX, I like it. The limitations, if there's anything not to like, the limitations regarding Microsoft Flight Sim. And nevertheless, yes, there are still lots of bugs that need to be addressed. So some inaccuracies in the systems and so on, they need to be addressed. But I have full confidence that it will get to that over time. But right now, anything regarding engine model, aerodynamics, Microsoft Flight Sim is just still so bugged and so bad in many areas that they need to fix their stuff. So let me just go there, departure. So that's supposed to be the Arnhem. There we go. So that's the one I would expect. It says for route condition after Arnhem. Okay. Arnhem. Good. Okay. Initial climb level 60. Okay. Let's pull that in here. I just saw that the ATIS is online, so let's check the ATIS. Yeah, exactly. For Top Gun, we have DCS. Well, like I said, I have full confidence that they will fix the issues at hand. For Microsoft, I have to say though that boy, they've been taking a long time to get to this stage. I don't know, when things like weather radar returns, so weather radar in general is going to be in, and oh, it's still got ATC offline. Hang on, let's try that. Oh, there we go. So just to reload that this way. So this is Schiphol Information Alpha, main landing runway 18 right, takeoff 24. Yippee! Transition level 45, wind 230 at 23. 10 kilometers, few 1700 broken, 2100 broken, 2700, 15 degrees, 1013. Information Alpha. Nice. Nice. So that's done. So init A page is filled out. Init B page is filled out. We've got the flight plan page filled out. RATNAV. Well, I mean, it's an Arnhem departure. I don't really see that we need anything. I mean, we could put Sierra Papa Lima in there as a reference point, but more for a return, anything else. Alright, so there we go. Put that in there. So secondary flight plan, copy active really quickly. We'll do return plan, and the landing was 18 right, correct? So let's put Amsterdam in here. Arrival, ILS 18 left. Oh no, it doesn't have it. Oh, sorry, 18 right, not left. 18 right. No star and no via. Voyager, so what are you setting up? So there we go, we're departing this way. In case of return, we come back this way. Good. So performance to go, and also just checking our documents. Time, 10 minutes to departure. We should be able to make that actually. So Sim Tokyo Pro, we've got an ADP2 departure, and the engine out procedure 24 says 1500 feet acceleration and 238 to 25 miles to hold. Yeah, Voyager, I do suggest looking at some YouTube videos because I've had some issues with the reverse thrust, for example, and the gear lever in the P&G. So there are some really good videos out there that help you with that. So radial 238, and we could go 25 miles, and that's that. Acceleration, let's put 1500 in here, and we've got an ADP2, which is 1990, 1990, not 19, 990, 990. So there we go. Transition 3000 to level 45. That's all good. So let me try to get the PDC clearance, shall we? Although, do we have delivery yet? No, we don't have delivery. Oh, actually, PDC is Amsterdam. It does work. Fantastic. So what we're going to do now is we'll go into ATC request, pre-departure clearance, Austrian 71 Bravo, ATIS Alpha, Stan Bravo 17, and station Echo Hotel Alpha Mike. A320, let's send it off. So let's have a look at the received messages, pre-departure clearance, request received, stand by, and I did file my flight plan, by the way, guys. While we're waiting for the clearance, since we do know we're going to have runway 24, we might as well. All right, boarding completed, good timing. Let's sync the live weather, and let's sync the load sheet. Takeoff weight 65 tons. That's 500 above max landing. Frosty was, I guess, with flaps on the back. Hang on, what? I guess it was an A320 flaps at the back side of the thrust levers, and red knobs underwards the flaps. Huh? What? Oh no. You mean the very old system? I think those were for. Was it kind of a bump? So for the N1 bump, which is now automatic, but back then I think, yeah, Bruno knows that. Oh really, Danny? Okay, fantastic. Good, let's calculate those values. No, not 04, disregard, 24. Where's my runway? And also, I want to do intersection takeoff. So we should do Sierra 6, Sierra 5. Let's have a quick look here. Let's make this realistic. So if we're departing 24, I think a realistic value would be Sierra 5. Yeah, Sierra 4 would be cutting off a lot of runways, so Sierra 5 is what we're going to take. Yeah, that's fine. So Sierra 5 it is, gives us some different values now. Still gives us a flex of 68, that's pretty much just droid. 68 flex, that's really good actually. So flaps 1 down 0.1 and a shift of 200 meters. Is that correct? Yeah, looks like it. Yeah, that's full length 3, yeah, that's 200 meters, yeah. Good, well, we shall take those values, shall we? So, let's take flaps 1 down 0.1, 68, and 149, 151. Green dot is 215. I always like to check that with the, or we do check that in real life with the value in the FMS. So the performance calculator, including, and then we check it, cross-check it with the FMS. Just make sure that we have no big discrepancy. Because if we had like, let's say the FMS would say clean is 205, while our performance calculator says it's actually 215. Then we would need to check our FMS entries because then maybe something's really wrong. We had a typo in, instead of 65 tons, maybe we put in 55 tons or something. Yeah, so that's something to check. Good. Let's see. I'm still waiting for the clearance. Right, I don't see delivery. So delivery should have been on by now, but they're not. 119,225. All right, let's try that.
Behind the departing company traffic lineup, runway 24 in sequence KLM 45 Delta.
Right, let me get pen and paper ready.
71 Romeo, runway 24, clear for takeoff, wind 230 at 21.
KLM 71 Romeo, clear for takeoff, 24.
KLM 1308, we are ready for push and start.
KLM 1308, information Alpha, QNH 1014, when clear of the company, that will taxi out shortly behind, pushback and start if approved.
QNH 1014 and when clear of the company, push and start approved. KLM 130.
KLM 1845, contact departure 121.2. Bye bye.
KLM 1177, request taxi.
KLM 1177, taxi holding point Sierra 7, runway 24 via Alpha 8.
Man, I hope that he comes
Holding
online.
point Sierra 7, runway 24 via Alpha 8.
Because you can hear already, he's so busy.
Schiphol Tower, KLM 1797, radio check please.
KLM 1797, reach you 4 out of 5.
KLM 1797, thank you. With no information on board, requesting IFR clearance to Munich.
KLM 17907, clear to Munich, low pick 3 Sierra departure,
Oh,
runway
nice.
24, initial climb flight level 60, squawk 1000.
Cleared on the low pick 3 Sierra departure, initial altitude 6000, runway 24, squawk 1000. KLM 1797.
KLM 1797, that is correct. KLM 277, Schiphol Tower, I am my frequency.
And Schiphol Tower, good evening from Austrian 71 Bravo, in for Alpha, request clearance please.
Austrian standby. First, I have some inbound traffic. KLM 277. Are you on my frequency?
Schiphol Tower, this is 128.
Austrian 71 Bravo. Ready to copy your clearance?
7 Bravo, go ahead.
Austrian 71 Bravo cleared to Vienna via the Arnhem 3 Sierra departure, runway 24, initial climb flight level 60, squawk 1000.
Austrian 7 Bravo is cleared to Vienna, Arnhem 3 Sierra departure, runway 24, climb 60, squawk 1000.
Austrian 71 Bravo, that is correct, report fully ready. Break KLM 71 Romeo, contact departure 121.2, bye-bye.
So,
121.2 KLM 71 Romeo.
KLM 45 Delta, runway 24, cleared for takeoff, wind 230, 21 knots.
I don't know why that isn't 1.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 24, KLM 45 Delta.
Yes, there is, Brennels, yeah.
Schiphol Tower, this is 128.
Yep. So if you go to the runways symbol there, just go there,
Sierra Uniform Romeo 6128, do you copy?
and there you have your...
Suriname 6128, where do you come from, sir? You were disconnected.
Whoops.
Yeah, I suffered disconnection and I came from Ireland and now I'm ready to taxi to the park, to the gate.
I love it.
6128, taxi to Foxtrot 6.
So let's see, received messages, we've got a final load sheet now, we'll accept that, so
Just 120.
58.5, a little bit less than anticipated. The trim, 30.8,
1177 behind the
and so the takeoff CG 29.0, if you look at the trim wheel there, yeah, so that's down 0.1, so that does coincide. Cool, so A320, no technical issues yet. We did order 6.7 tons, that's inserted. And symmetrically supplied, looking good, and that gives a bit of extra fuel of around about 15 minutes in Austria and Vienna. Departure route is now confirmed, the Arnhem 3 Sierra departure, and that means it's going to be...
Good evening, Lufthansa 7.
Let me do that through my...
Information, Alpha Rick clearance to Munich.
Yeah, Munich's also online today, so that's why they fly to Munich, a lot of them.
Runway 24, initial climb flight level 60, squawk 1000.
Lufthansa 7 Alpha is cleared to Munich as far as Randy 2 Sierra departure.
So let me go ahead and
squawk
do that, so that we can check the routing.
So,
So,
that is correct.
we've got flight level 60, and the waypoint says routing along 237 track Amsterdam 005 overfly, 117 track to Alpha Mike 008, max 220 knots, correct. Then, oh hello. Roger. Send. There we go. Now we got it confirmed again. So Arnhem 3 Sierra.
Runway 24, clear for takeoff, KLM 117.
So squawk 1000, ready, 19225.
Schiphol Airport Tower.
There we go. So that works. So
So
26.
Request
then
IFR
to
clearance
Ivlut.
to Ereval Airport with information Alpha.
Miss Saturn, no, the failure's going to come in flight sometime. We're just about to depart. Ivlut and Niker and then Arnhem. So that's all correctly programmed. We're going up flight level 60. Kinich 1013, all correctly set.
Okay, after fixing flight plan, I'll call you back. Thank you. Ciao.
Schiphol Tower, KLM 185.
We did our performance calculations, so 65 tons is calculated, and we have a takeoff weight of 65.2 or 65 once we've taxied out. And we've got the flex from 68, intersection, shift 200 meters or something I need to put in here for the intersection. Flex 68, and the speed's 49, 49, 51. Brady, what issues do you have? We got NDP 2 and engine up 1500, transition at 3000
Tower,
feet.
this is 128 requesting permission to cross runway.
In case of engine failure, after V1, straight out, acceleration
Charlie.
1500, and
6128 at Whiskey 5, cross runway 18 center.
once the engine is secured,
It's 128.
and we are above the sector altitude of
KLM
1700 feet.
1308 ready for taxi.
We'll accept radar vectors. I'm a climb 3000 feet. Radar vectors approach 18 right here in Amsterdam. By the time we touch down, we should be below max landing weight of 64.5 tons. So it will not be a overweight landing.
Can you repeat, please? I had some problems with my mic.
So we're happy with that. Let's read. Oh God, where's my checklist?
Taxi only point Sierra 7 via Alpha 8, KLM 1308.
Avia 6609, runway 24, clear for takeoff, wind 230 at 21.
Clear for takeoff, runway 24, transfer 6609.
KLM 1177, contact departure 121.2. Bye-bye.
There's my checklist.
Departure 121.2, KLM 1177. Lufthansa 7 Alpha, ready for push and start.
So, B4 start checklist. Cockpit prep completed. Signs are on and auto. Fuel quantity 6,700 kilograms. Altimeters 1013 at minus 10 feet down to the line. Let me disconnect ground power. Parking brake is set. Fantastic.
Shipper Tower, KLM 1797, stand Charlie 11, requesting push and start.
17907, information Alpha, QNH 1014.
So that goes on.
QNH 1014, pushback and start approved. KLM 1.
So 45 was scheduled. There we go. Windows, doors closed. Let's check this side as well. Closed.
1797, just
Closed.
checking. Did you get your clearance?
Closed. The beacon is
Affirm,
on.
clearance received.
Thrust levers idle, and the parking brake is
KLM
on.
1797, just to be sure. Can you repeat your clearance for me?
So we'll let the ground
Yes,
know,
sure,
or
I'm
tower know
clear
that we're
on
ready.
the Leopard 3 Sierra departure, runway 24. Initial climb 60, squawking 1000, KLM 1797.
KLM 1797, that is correct, thank you.
Brady, the app, so the FENIX app, needs to be running, and there is an issue with the Microsoft Flight Sim blocking external apps like FSCI PC and the FENIX app. So you need to manually start the FENIX app. Make sure that's not in administrator rights, and then make sure that you've got everything set up correctly in the FENIX app, because that looks to me like
Tower KLM
it's not communicating.
Summarize descent. Thanks for the service. Fijne avond.
Ja, bedankt voor het vliegen. Tot de volgende.
Austrian 7 Bravo, stand Bravo 17, requesting push and start, please.
Austrian 71 Bravo, when clear of the Lufthansa, pushing back on your left-hand side behind, push back and start up approved.
Behind the pushing Lufthansa from the left-hand side, once clear of that traffic, clear to push and start behind Austrian 7 Bravo. No, do not run as admin. No, it will not work.
Negative. We are not ready yet.
Yeah. Do not. Negative.
2 minutes.
No, so
Not more.
Brady, you need to make sure the app is running.
Oscar Sierra 7, call me back when ready.
I know that there is an issue with the auto login,
Kilo 1308.
kind of the auto hook-in. I know that there's an
Sierra
issue.
7, call me back when ready. You're lining up.
Yeah, apologies.
What's going on today?
08, since you're with your nose on the runway anyway, line up and wait and call me back when ready for departure.
Yeah, we're actually just ready now. KLM 1308.
1308, thank you. Runway 24, cleared for takeoff. Wind 230 degrees, 21.
Clear for takeoff. KLM 1308.
Outer marker, I don't know if I'm running it.
KLM 1853, request push and start.
I'm not sure if I'm running it as admin or not.
1853.
Actually, you know what? I think we are good to push back. Are we?
Formation Bravo, KNH 1014, push and start.
Yeah, why not? So let's get rid of the parking brake.
Lufthansa 7 Juliet Alpha, go ahead.
Lufthansa 7 Juliet Alpha, did you just move forward a little bit?
I just told me a few meters in front that the Austrian can push already.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's very nice, but it's not common procedure anyway. Thanks, call me when ready for taxi. Brake, Austrian 71 Bravo. Pushback and startup was already approved, but you can start the pushback now.
Yeah, thanks to the Lufthansa, we're pushing back now, Austrian 71 Bravo. Very nice, just like in real life.
Ferdinand 6128, support tower.
Go ahead, posted 128.
6128, you're docking at Golf 7 and your assigned gate was Foxtrot 6. What happened?
Uh-oh.
Sorry, misunderstood the order, sir.
Roger, 6128.
Goedenavond, Papa Hotel, Sierra Tango Papa.
Papa Hotel, Sierra Tango Papa Tower, good evening.
Goedenavond, the Kilo Apron with information Bravo, requesting start local VFR.
Papa
So,
Tango Papa, startup is approved.
clear to start the engines, make sure APU bleed is on, make sure that all the fuel pumps are on.
1014 at Golf Delta.
All on.
Report ready for
Engine start. Oh,
Part of roof 22 QNH 1014 and we'll call
starts.
Golf Delta, Papa Tango Papa.
let me just see why I don't have...
Lufthansa 7 Juliet Alpha is ready for taxi and Sierra 4 is possible.
Lufthansa 7 Juliet Alpha, taxi holding point Sierra 4, runway 24 via Alpha 4.
Via Alpha 4, holding point Sierra 4, runway 24, Lufthansa 7 Juliet Alpha.
In 1308, contact departure 121.2, bye-bye.
Lovely.
Positive departure, 1 to 1.
I like it.
08.
Good engine start,
Bye-bye,
let's
have a
start
nice
engine
day.
1.
1 to 1.2 minus.
Well, Brady, happy. Well, I'm happy for you that's working. Fantastic. George, you asked how does it compare to the FS Labs, system accuracy and IRL procedures. Well, I am using this as much close as possible to real life procedures. Now there are limitations, there are some inaccuracies. The the software standards. They are partially from older planes, and you'll see, for example, when we fail both FMGC computers later on, they are simulating the older versions where you don't have the routing saved in the MCDU, so there's no backup
Clear for takeoff runway 24, Lufthansa 700.
backup nav system, which the newer planes have. So actually, let's go and do that. Flaps 1. Nice. That goes there. Trim just down a tad. And let's do the flight control check. Full up. Full down. Neutral. Full left.
Full tower, hello again.
Neutral. Rudder. Full left. Full right.
81339.
Neutral. After
Just
such checklist.
consider
Anti-ice
variable
is
airport,
off.
information, alpha.
Ecom status checked. The trim is 29% set 0 after start checklist completed.
Stand by. I'm going to help you with a flight plan. Your flight plan is still not correct as far as I can see. Let me check it.
Really? Okay, thank you. Waiting for you.
So let me just have a look at the text.
Commander KLM 1820, your request taxi.
So we're expecting to get Alpha 4 Bravo and then Sierra 6 phone actually. Yeah, Sierra 506. Cool.
For KLM 1820.
And Austrian 71 Bravo also request taxi, please.
Austrian 71 Bravo, taxi holding point Sierra 7, runway 24, via Alpha 4 and Bravo.
Alpha 4 Bravo, Sierra 7, holding point 24, Austrian 71 Bravo. Good, so as expected.
KLM 1797, we have a problem with our flaps. Am I okay to stay here just for a few minutes? Transfer them?
Left side clear, right side clear.
KLM 1797.
Parking brake off.
That is approved. Call me back when ready. And if you need any help, if it lasts any longer, call me back as well.
Thanks, and we'll be back in touch in a moment. Thanks, KLM 1797.
Brake check.
7 Juliet Alpha, contact departure 121.2.
Hey, India Virtual Aviation, how you doing?
121.2, Lufthansa 7 Juliet Alpha. Bye bye.
Good, so as expected.
Schiphol Toren, goedenavond, Transavia 072.
Alpha
Request
4.
clearance to Groningen, dit Bravo.
Bravo.
Transavia 072, good evening. Let me check your flight level. Stand by.
It's such a shame that the weather radar system in Microsoft is still not working. I don't know what's really causing the issue with that, and you know, why they're not really opening up the API for external developers. I'm sure Active Sky would love to implement that, but they're just keeping it closed, so that's a shame. Is this plane recommended, Daniel? Yeah.
Line up and wait, runway 22.
I would definitely say so. For £50,
Runway
60
22,
euros.
via Golf Alpha, Tango Papa, I would like to remain in the circuits and thereafter the Victor departure.
Alpha Tango Papa, remaining in the circuit is approved. Left-hand circuit, runway...
E4 takeoff checklist. Flight controls, check.
Wait, left circuit
Flex,
to do Papa
1
Tango
plus
Papa.
F. Takeoff speed flex, 149, 149, 151. Flex is 68. Ecom in will take off no blue. So let's have a look outside. Sierra 7, that's Sierra 6. So the one off after that will be Sierra 7.
Ja, dat is prima wat ze rijden, Transavia 072.
That is the max flight level we are assigning to now.
Oh yeah, and chase plane.
Okay, roger that. We'll take
Fully agree.
Transavia 072.
Fully agree.
Transavia 072, clear to Ilde, ending to Sierra departure, runway 24. Initial climb flight level 60.
We are ready.
70, squawk 7035.
That camera view, all good.
Okay, it's Groningen Ambic 2 Sierra for 24 and is climb 60 squawk 7035 and the new cruise flight level 70 Transavia 072.
Wow, the weather.
072, repair correct, report fully ready.
This weather. Ugh.
Ja, we'll go, dank u wel.
Austrian 71 Bravo, line up and wait, runway 24.
Line up and wait, runway 24. Austrian 71 Bravo.
Kilo 1853, it's Sierra 7 in the sequence, line up and wait, runway 24.
In sequence, line up runway turn.
Wow, this plane is heavy. We need a lot of thrust here. Alright, approach sector is clear. Below the line, takeoff runway 24 full length this time, or Sierra 7 I should say, that's full length. And wow, that's a lot of power I need here. And the packs are on engines. Maybe a bit too much really. That's another thing that the ground friction model is sometimes an issue as well here in Microsoft. So
can you check sim brief of P route? Austin 71 Bravo, runway 24, cleared for takeoff, wind 230 at 211.
Runway 24, cleared for takeoff, Austrian 71 Bravo. Good, we are cleared for takeoff 1 hour after we started the stream.
People Tower, good evening, KLM1 Victor Romeo, Delta 41, 738, requesting
are we ready?
To Munich file information, Bravo.
KLM1 Victor Romeo, good evening,
Takeoff.
fire flight plan.
Oh, I thought I'd done. I'll do that again, sorry.
Manflex 68, SOS, auto thrust blue. Ugh, this weather is awful.
Papa Tango, Papa runway 22, clear for takeoff.
100 knots checked.
Good, clear for takeoff, 1000 feet below, Papa Tango, Papa.
B1, rotate. Positive climb. Gear up. NAF. Thrust climb, out blue. Auto thrust. Oh, transponder, what? Oh, my bad. Nobody noticed. Good thing we have such a clever aircraft.
Yeah, KLM1 Romeo, I think we filed the flight.
Oh, shut up. Where were you guys? You're my co-pilot. Flap 0, speed is checked, flap 0. Email helps, you need to switch on TPS. Yeah, thank you, yeah. We even have a sound command for that. Like seriously.
Well.
So 220 knots around the corner here.
Second Papa turning down with runway 22.
Tight turn.
Transavia 072 stand Delta 905, request push and start.
Transavia 72, information Bravo, QNH 1014, second start.
Oh, you're right, is it auto handoff? No, it's not, no. I'm pretty sure the contact tells you.
Papa Tango Papa, your intention.
Now let me see, 1,000 feet to go.
Papa Tango Papa, clear 30 go, runway 22, wind 220, breeze at 15.
Oh, hang on, email up saying on them. Remain tower frequency until passing 2,000. Blimey. Whoops. And that's supposed to...
71 Bravo, contact departure, 121.2, bye-bye.
Yeah, just looking for frequency, thanks. 1 to 1.2, Austrian 7 Bravo, thanks.
1853, runway 24, clear for takeoff, wind 220, 15.
Clear for takeoff, runway 24, KLM 1853.
Papa Tango Papa, traffic information, traffic departing runway 24.
Copy, Papa Tango Papa.
Departure, hello, from Austrian 7 Bravo, level 60.
Austrian 7 Bravo, good evening, identified, climb to flight level 130.
Climb level 130, Austrian 7 Bravo. So we've got thrust climb, out blue.
2,000 feet, QNH 1014.
Descend to 2,000 QNH 1014, runway 166.
What's the temperature? 13 degrees still.
Transavia 25 Golf, left heading 340 for base, descend to 2,000
So
feet.
these kind of things, you would say,
340 and down
yeah, they're still not quite accurate, right? I mean, heavy aircraft, 65 tons.
Austrian 71 Bravo, contact Amsterdam, 125750, tot ziens.
25750, thank you, tot ziens, the Austrian 7 Bravo.
Schiphol radar, good evening.
So, yeah, you would say that's too powerful.
Flight level 100 and inbound RTIP.
We're currently 27,000 and descending to 6,000. Inbound Echo Lima.
Sofia, 1 Bravo November, hello, cleared Echo Lima, 1 Alpha arrival, runway 18 right, descent to flight level 70.
We're clear for Echo Lima, 1 Alpha arrival for runway 18 right, could you confirm for the flight level?
Sofia, 1 Bravo November, descent to flight level 70.
Descent 70, 11 Bravo November.
Delta, is correct.
Amsterdam, hello from Austrian 71 Bravo, 102 climbing 130.
Austrian 71 Bravo, hello, climb to flight level 250 and proceed back to SONAP.
Back to SONAP, climb level 250, Austrian 71 Bravo, thank you.
Delta Charlie, I now get a error,
a beam
point
point
from you. So I'll just do this on voice. Delta Charlie, contact Langen radar on 135.650.
I tell you what we'll do. We'll leave the cabin secured for now with the seatbelts on until we clear those clouds. And 320 knots is actually quite fast.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Lekker tot ziens. Lekker matchen.
Descent flight level 70.
Bedankt.
Left heading 100, this is flight
What else do I know?
B95 Lima Foxtrot, request descent.
B95 Lima Foxtrot, descent.
Goedemiddag.
Flight level 260.
Descent flight level 260, B95 Lima Foxtrot.
I guess I need to meet up with Yoda to learn some more Dutch. So anything else we've forgotten? Lights are off. What else? Progress, RATNAV, yeah,
455.
RATNAV secondary, copy active.
Direct Schugal.
Schugal?
Schugal, direct Sierra Papa Yankee.
Spijkerboard. Ah, beautiful. I love the clouds today. Schugal.
Speedbird 455, resume O navigation, direct to Schugal. After Schugal, direct Sierra Papa Yankee.
Yeah, so there are definitely some performance factors where the FS Labs in combination with P3D will be more accurate. So, you know, be it pitch and power values sometimes, the engine thrust values, and that's a problem at the moment, that as long as FENIX doesn't have their own external engine model, which will simulate the thrust correctly and the fuel flow correctly, etc., etc., they are relying on Microsoft values. And so the issue is that, let's say at 5,000 feet, the values could be good, and then at cruising level, the values are completely off. The problem is that the FENIX at the moment, they can't modulate it, so they can't get it to have, you know, the correct values at cruising level or at you know, at sea level. Hey, Kontos, good avond. Oh.
Amsterdam radar speedbird 455. I do have Sierra Pampa Lima. Is that fine?
So I'm just testing.
Well, actually, no. I want you more on a direct approach. So after Schugal, fly heading 085.
Just seems to be still a bit loud.
I still can't seem to find school.
So I would say it's quite enough. Let's start the service, shall we?
So 1 Bravo November. After descent flight level 70.
They wanted to check his CBDLC function today. So currently 125750.
1 Bravo November, descending 7,000
Echo Hotel Alpha
and
Whiskey.
after Artist direct Sierra Papa
Let's
Yankee.
try that. So ATC com.
Option 7 Bravo, contact Langen radar on 135.650. Bye bye.
135.650, bye-bye, Austrian 7, 1 Bravo. So if we get that, we'll try Langen then, see if they are online.
Scout Director, good evening. EV57 Mike Tango A320.
Descent flight level 183, descent flight level 260, level at Norco, KLM on to wait.
Lol. I'm hearing two frequencies at the same time right now. That's weird. Alright, so this way. 13565. Let's see if they have... Oh, they do. Echo Delta Golf Papa. Langen, Abend, the Austrian 71 Bravo. We are passing flight level 200, climbing level 250.
Austrian 71 Bravo, Langen, guten Abend. Identified. Climb flight level 370. Proceed direct Osnabrück.
Dankeschön, direct to Osnabrück and climb level 370, Austrian 71 Bravo. So let's go with ATC. Oh, hang on. How on earth do I get back to the menu? Hold on. AOC menu. That's what I wanted to do. Man, this catches me out every time. It's just so different to... That is so weird. Is that a BA thing? That is so strange. Blimey. Echo Delta Golf Papa. Man. BU, yeah. Exactly them, Mark. Exactly them. Right, notifying.
Wing 3 Echo push and started, not necessary in Münster. You are in a taxi out position, so call for taxi.
Let's see if that works. Would be great.
We'll go your Wing 3 Echo. And the startup is approved, of course. Startup approved.
Oh yeah, you're right. Direct Osnabrück. Thanks. Log on accepted. Fantastic. There we go. The beam points. Insert. Log on accepted. Thank you. MAN. Hey, how are you doing? Current unit is Langen Radar. Thank you. Lovely clouds today.
390, turn left heading 070 for spacing.
Lufthansa 390, say again please.
Left heading 070 for spacing.
So cool.
Turn left heading 047.
Hey Ted.
Negative 070.
Ted, I did implement the new sounds. The new sound set. Thank you so much for that, and thanks again to my brain today. Let me see if I can stop fasting. Yeah, no, I'm not fasting at the moment. Susie? Is it Susie? Why do I think it's not Susie?
Descent to reach flight level 130 at Domux, Condor 71.
Let me just play one jingle here.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box YouTube channel subscriber
There we go.
experience. Could new subscribers please make their way to the first class cabin where complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
You're transmitting.
Lovely. Yeah, really cool. Thank you so much to you guys. Thank you. Good. So, regarding our failure, now we're not going to fail it straight away because if we have a big failure right at the start here, the question would be, would we continue flying all the way to Vienna? So let me just go through the theory of what we're going to fail today.
Monitoring traffic information, Austrian Airbus A320 crossing left to right, currently at your 11 o'clock position, passing level 280, climbing.
Can you text us for me? I didn't understand that. KLM 128.
That will be a bit much for the moment. It's traffic information, Airbus A320, 11 o'clock, passing 280, climbing.
Yeah, that's us.
Passing Airbus A320
yeah,
passing
10 miles.
And it's climbing KLM 128.
So he's
7-1 Bravo traffic information, KLM Airbus A321 Neo at your 2 o'clock position, descending through flight level 280 on vector.
Yeah, we have him on TCAS Austrian 7-1 Bravo. Thank you. So there we go.
Hamburg 98 Charlie.
So it's 10 miles and already 1,000 feet below us. Let's see if we can catch a glimpse of him.
Delta Charlie Lima, descend flight level 80.
80 Delta Charlie Lima.
Don't see him. Not to be seen. Devancho, how are you doing? So, regarding some theory, I try not to make it too boring for you guys, but so for the failure today, so that you guys understand what's going to happen, is
Amsterdam radar 125.750. Bye bye, thank you, and see you
we'll be
next time.
failing those two computers. So the Flight Management Guidance Computer 1 and the Flight Management Guidance Computer number 2. You can see that they are connected to several different systems. So they're connected to the FCU, the Flight Control Unit, they're connected to the MCDUs, and they're connected to the throttle quadrant, which is then connected to the FARDEC, and the FARDEC will give infos and receive infos from the Flight Management Guidance computers. So for example, if the auto thrust is obviously on, then the Flight Management Guidance computer will give a selected speed and managed speed. They will give inputs to the FARDEC, and the FARDEC will then change the engine thrust if necessary. The same, if any inputs are made through the thrust levers, then we're going to get some infos to the FARDEC, and in turn, return, the FARDEC will feed back to the Flight Management Guidance computer. So they are really, in the middle of everything. Obviously, the MCDU has the routing, it has the performance data, so optimum cruising speeds, optimum cruising level, etc., etc. And so that's why they feed in to their respective Flight Management Guidance computer. And also any changes that you make through the Flight Control Unit has, again, direct effect on the Flight Management Guidance computers. That in turn also means that you're going to be displaying things on a nav display and on the prime flight display. Some abbreviations, FARDEC or FADEC, so that's the full authority digital engine control. Right, everything's digital in the Airbus. So Flight Control Unit, FCU, FMGC, Flight Management Guidance Computer, nav display, primary flight display, and the MCDU multi-purpose control and display unit. FMGEC, good lord. So, a bit of info. So the FMGCs are divided into two main parts. So one of them is the flight management part, and the other one is the flight guidance part. So, flight management takes care of the navigation and management of the navigation radios. It takes care of the management of the flight planning. It takes care of the prediction and optimization of performance and the display management. That's all being done by the flight management part. The flight guidance, as you would expect, covers the autopilot, the flight director, and the auto thrust part. So again, two parts of the flight management guidance computer: flight management, flight guidance.
1 to 2, Decimal 8, Lufthansa 7 Alpha, bye bye.
So each FMGC has its own set of databases. So it has, they can independently load into their respective FMGC, or independently copied from one FMGC to the other. Each FMGC contains or has these main databases, navigation database, it has an airline modifier information, AMI, in there, things like, you know, the thrust reduction altitude, acceleration altitude, etc., etc. The fuel policy values, so fuel for taxi, route reserves, maximum values for route reserve, etc. And the AOC function customization is also in there. Also interesting, it has a magnetic variation database,
since you will be doing a very sharp turn, high speed,
so that you get the magnetic headings as well. Right, so how do these FMGCs then work? There's 3 modes. There's a dual mode, that's a normal mode. It has an independent mode where both are separated and they're not cross-talking anymore. And then you have a single mode where one FMGC supplies both MCDUs. So, dual mode, independent mode, or single mode. So in the dual mode, that's a normal, each performs its own computations and exchanges data with the other through a crosstalk bus. So when I insert data in here, for example, right? So even though they are separated, they have a crosstalk bus. So if I do something like put that in there, you can see that syncs up with the other FMS. Right, and if I enter data in here in a dual mode, again it will cross-talk that, cross-feed it to the other FMS. So we're coming up 370. Just checking out star here. Out star, TCAS goes below. Right, contact Bremen Center. 123 925.
8 Meilen südlich von Winningen, 1300 Fuß, VFR von Mainz nach Bonn.
So active. Let's see, do we change? 123 925. Okay, so that does not have CPDLC, unfortunately. So that means either he terminates it or I will terminate the. Oh, what? I can't disconnect.
390 Bremen radar identified.
Okay. Bremen radar, schönen Abend, die Austrian 71 Bravo, flight level 370.
Austrian 71 Bravo, Bremen radar identified.
Yeah, I can't. I can't get in there. That's the thing. Yeah, that's, I know, normally I could go in there, but it doesn't work. I have no idea why not. Hey, Nico. Good, okay, so ATC com, connection, notification. Ah, okay, that's a bit weird. Okay, again, that's different to our system. How weird. Okay, thanks. Good, where were we? We were talking about the dual mode. So one FMGC is master and the other one is slave. So all data inserted into any MCDU is transferred to both FMGCs and to all the peripherals. Yeah, I think so too, Bruno, yeah. So, what happens if the crosstalk bus fails? Then we have the independent mode. So crosstalk bus fails, we go into the independent mode. So it will degrade automatically if it has a major mismatch. So database incompatibility, operations program incompatibility, And then both FMGCs work independently and are linked only
Austin
to
1
their
to Mike, climb
peripherals
flight level 310,
on their
passing traffic
on-site
from right to left.
peripherals. So
Climb flight level,
anything that I do
310,
here only
option
affects
1 to
autopilot 1. So if autopilot 2 was selected and I changed anything in the, let's say the cost index or something, and we are in managed mode, it would not change the speeds. So that's a downside with the independent mode. So each MCU transmits data it receives only on its on-site flight management guidance computer.
German radar,
Affects only the on-site
This is Walker 1349, currently holding
EFIS and radio management.
inbound Echo Lima.
Last but not least, you have the single mode. And
Walker
so,
1349er Bremen radar identified.
and then the single mode means that
KLM
one
1308
FMGC has
contact
failed.
Copenhagen Control 121.375, bye-bye.
Alright, the system selects this degraded mode automatically if one FMGC fails. The remaining FMGC drives all the peripherals. So for example, any entry on one MCU goes to both MCUs.
Yes, KLM
When one FMGC fails, the corresponding MCU displays
1308 contact Copenhagen Control 121.375.
operational FMGC in progress. Oh, sorry, opposite FMGC in progress in white. And the nav display on the side with the failed FMGC has to be set to the same range and mode as the other nav display. Otherwise, the nav display will display select off-sign range mode. We can actually try that now. So let's pretend. And that actually has had happen in, I would say, 10 times in my career already. So that's something that does happen. So let's flop the FMGC 2 circuit breaker here. It takes a few seconds for the system to realize something's wrong. And then let's see what happens here. Oh, there we go. So it says opposite FMGC in progress on set offside range mode. So I have to set this to exactly the same values as on the number 1 side. So if I go to 40 miles and the same mode regarding nav or arc, then I can actually regain the map on this side. Yeah, I've dialed down the ATC a bit. Yeah, I heard that. It's a bit loud as well. Yeah. So there we go. So that's the only message. You don't get a warning here.
Bremen radar, good day. KLM 5593, passing 700 feet, climbing 5,000 feet.
And so that's the only issue, or the only way you would understand.
Turn on your transponder.
Well, now it says triple circuit breaker. All right, that's fine.
Sorry,
that's the only message you get with this to realize that you have an issue with an FMGC.
KLM 5593 Bremen radar identified.
So the question now is, do we continue? There's no procedure, but it says status.
Austin 201 Alpha.
And you can see that's Cat 3 single only.
250 degrees,
And that's because the autopilot 2 is in up. And we can try. Let's switch off the autopilot. Let's try to engage number 2 autopilot. Yeah, unable. You see? That's why it's downgraded to Cat 3 single. And that's it. So the question is, yeah, would we continue?
Lufthansa 4 Papa Romeo, Radio 2, very noisy. And but identified. Maintain flight level 220.
220, danke.
Hat ein ganz starkes Brummen empfunden.
Okay, ich schau mal, danke.
Yeah. So what I would do, I would look into the MEL. First of all, well, there is a reset procedure by the way, guys. Unless, of course, the circuit breaker is plopped. So if that would be something we would check. And we actually get a message because it's a green color, so it's actually it's monitored. So we would not push that back in. If that pops by itself, there is an issue with it. So I would not pop that back in and risk a, you know, either even electric fire or something. So yeah, we wouldn't touch that. And so the only thing really we would check is the MEL. assuming we can't reset it. So I'm in the equipment list for the next flight. And let's say there was a maintenance procedure to be applied. I would then contact my company and ask if they have someone under contract there, or if we have our own maintenance, or if we have someone under contract there that can do that maintenance action for us, and then release us for service again. So that's something you would look into. And of course, you would check the weather. So right now, I would definitely look for the weather regarding our destination and the alternate airport, so that we are certain that we have a valid plan B. So let's do that right now. So arrival, view META, arrival. Actually, let's get the ATIS for Vienna. So Vienna has landing runway 34. Current weather is 3405. Visibility more than 10. Clouds few 1500. Scattered 2400. Broken 4.5. And no significant change. So I would think, and if you look at the TAF, so longer term forecast, until tomorrow evening even, there are no threats. So definitely not Cat 3. So no issue whatsoever. For the alternate airport, few 1700, broken 2.5, up 30.
124.
Actually, let's do the META here real quickly. So META also very nice, no 6. So yeah, there's no threats there either.
Austin 71 Bravo, contact the Bremen radar 124, 175, soweit.
124, 175, Austrian 71 Bravo, danke.
Delta Charlie Hotel Alpha Mike, Bremen radar identified. Descent flight level 300.
Let's see if he has. He does. Echo Delta Whiskey Mike, fantastic. Echo Delta Whiskey Mike, let's try that. Bremen radar, moin, the Austrian 71 Bravo, flight level 370. Oh, disregard. 175, not. Test.
Austrian 21 Alpha, holding short 6 Golf.
Bremen radar, moin, the Austrian 71 Bravo, level 370.
Austrian 71 Bravo, Bremen radar, good evening, identified.
So let's see if he accepts us here. Okay, yeah, so I would agree with you guys. Yeah, we would continue.
Kenya 2 Romeo Golf, contact München radar 133.
So one message here as well. That's
München radar 133-225, Vienna 2 Romeo Golf.
Log and accepted. Fantastic. Nice. Our ops delay card.
Good evening, identified.
How late were we? Fuel check. LTET. Let's check something here. We can do Porville, 32 minutes. Oh yeah, we just passed Porville. Nice. Do a check here. So 38 at 4. Yeah, thank you. So we had 4.7 tons and we passed that at 38. So 31 minutes after departure. So 1 minute better than required, and we should have had 3.4 plus about a ton. So 4.4 Yeah, 4.4 is what we're supposed to have. And we had 4.7, so a bit more, but that's...
KLM 56, can I leave the cockpit for 2 minutes?
That's because the fuel flow is still bugged here.
6, you can now auto monitor Unicom. What to do? There's 8 of VJTT available. You lead my sector.
Unicom, ich danke dir. Schönen Abend noch, KLM 56, bye.
That's 3990, proceed direct Butler.
So we had a discussion about the equal time. Oh, look at that. Already the next sector. 33225.
Alpine 47 Kilo, 25 right.
Austrian 7-1 Bravo on frequency.
Yeah, we just switched. Austrian 7-1 Bravo, flight level 370.
Very nice, good evening, identified.
Thank you so much. So, we're going to go log off Bremen now.
For Victor Papa, we are going to leave cockpit about 15 minutes.
Negative, not approved, 5 minutes maximum. Otherwise you have to disconnect.
Yes. Okay, so
we stay at
questions before I go on with my lecture.
Thanks a lot. This is in busy airspace and
between ground mode and flight mode, it took a few seconds to pass. Is that right? Yes, it is. So Emiliano, I mean, if you really want some really hard data, I'm
lights here 2H2.
I think I already made a file at some point.
118.375. Good night.
Radar 118.375. Bye bye. Let's take it to 2.
Let me see if I can find it.
Lufthansa 201, there's no ATC ahead. Resume all navigation and switch to Unicom. 122.8, good night.
Right, well, I'm searching that. Equal time point, that's another thing. Someone was talking about that. So if you go to data and then equi time point, I always leave that in unless, so it always, you know, by default you have the departure airport and the arrival airport. Now there's no wind value in those brackets there, so it's taking the actual wind right now, which may be incorrect, but overall that gives you a pretty good estimate or position of the equi-time point. Now you can't, let's see, you can't clear it out. You can change it to whatever you like. Airport, fix, nav 8, whatever you like. We don't really mess about with that too often, so very likely you'll find me do something like that when I'm flying to, let's say, to the Canaries, or actually next month we're flying to Keflavik again. So so that's when we start using that. But otherwise, I don't touch that.
Austrian 307, contact Bremen radar 124.175. Servus.
Bremen radar 124.175, Austrian 367, Servus.
So, right, some hard data now regarding ground and flight mode. So, when you take off on the ground, the pitch control and the lateral control are in what's called ground mode.
5 knots, runway 22, cleared for takeoff.
And then once you lift off, once the pitch is above 8 degrees and about 5 seconds, so between half a second and 5 seconds, the aircraft transitions slowly from the ground mode in pitch and lateral control into flight mode. It does take some time. Now, the thing is, if you take the FENIX at the moment, I know that there's an issue where you rotate the aircraft, and let's say you rotate it a nice 17.5 or 18 degrees, and you let go of the stick, the nose dips quite violently down. Now, that is not exactly correct compared to the real aircraft, because the real aircraft normally would have a fairly good stabilizer setting, so an initial setting for flight. There may be some, a small dip, but
Radar Austrian Mike, Austrian 1
I don't really see that happen very often. So it's quite actually in real life quite nice that you let go of the stick after you've rotated or you ease back on the back pressure, and the aircraft will actually hold the pitch. So once the aircraft has transitioned into the flight mode, auto trim is working, and then you may see the stabilizer actually being moved by the flight control system, or by the flight control computers. Now, the problem is that in Microsoft Flight Sim, like I said, that's why I'm complaining about the aerodynamic simulation. It's just off. So add-on makers have to artificially do something during the initial part to stabilize the aircraft. And if you want, have a look at the fly-by-wire mod. And you would say, hey, the fly-by-wire mod is actually pretty stable after liftoff. Well, have a look, if you want. Have a look on the fly-by-wire mod. When you start lifting off,
climb flight level
have a look what the trim does.
Climb flight level 290.
And the trim actually goes, it jumps from, let's say, 0 to +8 or something in a millisecond. And that's how they artificially simulate the real aircraft behavior, but obviously that's wrong to have it go up to 8 units. Yeah, a small dip, yeah, but I mean nothing like you have here at the moment.
5 November radar contact, climb flight level 240.
Climb 240.
Uh-oh. Hold on. Let's see what it is. Telex. Oh my god. Lord. Cool. That was not for you guys. That was for me. No, 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 no. No, nothing like that. Yes, we're flying with ATC, so we're on the VATSIM service. VATSIM ATC service. And we're also using CPDLC. Well, not at the moment, but we did use it a couple times already. Question queued. No, you don't have to read back identified. No, Philip. No, that's just an information for you that he has you positively identified on his radar screen. So he knows the aircraft being shown on his screen is you, including the correct altitude readout.
For separation, left heading 180.
But you don't have to read that back. No, the same. You don't have to read back wind information for the takeoff or landing clearance. Right? You would just say your call sign, runway such and such, cleared to land or cleared for takeoff. MAN, is there decent scenery here in MSFS? I have the deluxe version, and it has a handcrafted one. So, yeah, Philip, pleasure. No, it's VATSIM, Yali. Hey, Karen. I was curious if it was to share the add-on with a friend of mine, like maybe sharing. No, you can't.
Austrian 12 Mike, contact München 1335.
I'm afraid that's not possible, though. That will be breaking the EULA, I'm pretty sure.
133575 for...
Yeah, so MAN, I'm using, like I said, since it has a handcrafted airport, you don't really see any good add-ons. Are you from England? No, I did live in England for a while. I very much like England, but I'm not from England. No, I'm from Germany.
133575.
We are just about to pass over Dresden. So the routing takes now over Dresden. We're going to turn now more south eastbound.
Over to München radar 133.575.
There we go. We've already covered more than half of the distance.
Austrian 71 Bravo, contact Praha 118375. Good night.
118375, Dankeschön. Tschüss, die Austrian 71 Bravo. Nice, they even have Praha radar on. How cool is that? My accent is a bit British, yes. I can say that I still have a little bit of a British accent. It's honorary English. Love it. Oh my god. Praha radar, ahoy, this is Austrian 71 Bravo, flight level 370.
Austrian 71 Bravo, Servus, Praha radar identified.
Yeah, so Nico, I do it because obviously, you know, for entertainment purposes, yeah, I need those setups. OISC, yeah, it could be. It could be since I, you know, continuously over the last 5 years have, you know, spoken more and more English here on the stream. Maybe that's just brought back a little bit more the English accent. I don't know. I love those sounds. Really nice.
Praha radar, good evening. Istanbul Tango Romeo with inbound rapid flight level 160.
Istanbul 1 Tango Romeo, hello, Praha radar identified, climb flight level 280.
Continue climb 280, Istanbul 1 Tango.
Istanbul 1 Mike Echo, hello, Praha
yeah, so
radar identified,
LPG, we've already have a failure of the number 2 system. So we've already popped the circuit breaker from FMGC number 2. And if you want to have a look again at the explanation what the FMGC does, I've just gone through it, including things with dual mode, independent mode, and single mode. No, I quite like the rumble in the background. If anything, the the wind sounds, so the environmental sounds could be a bit louder, but apart from that, I do like the little rumble in the background. It would be cool, I would agree, it would be cool if you had the option, like in X-Plane, to individually dial up or down the different sound levels. Good, let's prepare for... The rumble's not too much. Yeah, but that, again, it's personal preference. I think for a flight sim, I do like this. So, we've already done everything regarding the charts. Let me get the ATIS one more time. And then we can maybe do our calculations for landing. So let's go get the ATIS here. So we have runway 34 for arrival still, 340 at 5. And 1018 at 15 degrees. No, it's not. It's Bratislava. The airport is right next door to Vienna. It's a good airport, a good alternate airport. Yeah. Gefällt mein kleiner Tisch. Dankeschön. Nee. Krieg ich hin? So, fishermen is what I want to put in here. ILS is already in there, 339, inbound course, slope is correct, that's all fine. So, performance.
Austrian 7, 1 Bravo, when ready, descend to flight level 180, expect to reach Lanux at flight level 150.
When ready to send level 180, and we expect to be Lanux at level 150 later on. Austrian 7-1 Bravo. I will call you leaving. So what I can do now with that clearance, I can check, and he already said we have to meet that out constraint there. So expect 150. So that's already in. So that top descent should be quite nice. If you're unsure, just go into. Well, you can go fix info, for example.
Contact München Rider 133.575.
And let's actually no, let's go do that in progress page. So that makes more sense. So Lanux, put that in there.
Istanbul 1 Mike Echo.
So I can see it's 100 miles still to go. And we have to lose about 22,000 feet. So rule of thumb times 3, that would be about 60, well, let's say 66 miles, 70 miles. So I would expect, yeah, the send point in about 25 miles. So that looks okay to me. And we have a bit of tailwind, so that's why the top of descent is a bit earlier than I would have expected. So yeah, that does make sense. That's plausible. Half moons? No, because it's a window, and maybe, depending on any possible shortcuts later on, maybe you want to be lower than that. So that's why I want to leave as is. So let's say we get cleared down to 130, and you put at 150, you're going to get an orange ring around that. So yeah. So what I want to do now, I want to check the descent mode. So I'm just going to press on the descent. It should go 1,000 feet per minute until it hits the optimum path. So we should see that little lightning error, and I don't know why it's going back that slow already.
Correct and cleared Aprak Van Romeo.
Let me just check the descent mode here. Yeah, I'm not sure why it went down to that slow speed.
Itaro 9 Charlie X-ray confirm next waypoint.
Itaro 9 Charlie X-ray, it's Papa Romeo 817.
Proceed direct to route up.
250, I don't know.
Itaro 9 Charlie X-ray confirmed direct route up.
Affirm.
Direct route up, Itaro 9 Charlie.
Yeah, I don't know why it should not do that. It's a descent, so I don't know why it took that as a new... Yeah, that's
Istanbul
a bug.
1 Mike Echo, contact München radar 133.575, bye-bye.
Yeah, something else to report then. I mean, it is keeping the 1,000 feet per minute very nicely, but what I would have expected now is to get this this white, since we're selected, this white lightning arrow to show us when we're going to hit the optimum path. And right now, it's not calculating an optimum path because...
Ryanair 1225, we are cleared.
Ryanair 1221, you are cleared. Victor Lima Mike for Romeo arrival for runway 30.
What is it doing?
Lol.
Hey Bruno, do you see that? Lol. No way. Oh, that's broken.
Arrival, runway 30.
What on earth?
Right.
Again, descent out blue. Yeah, that's broken. Guys.
Correct, thank you.
Yeah. I mean, at least that's now bugged. That is so weird.
575, bye-bye.
So definitely going to send that clip to the devs. Boy oh boy. Okay, so how many miles do we have? 70 miles. Well, we're not high yet. So we're still good on that. Go back to what's managed speed. There we go. Right. It's not a feature. No, it's not a feature. Definitely. I'm wondering if it has something to do with us failing the FMGC 2, but I wouldn't see how. We're using autopilot 1. We are inputting everything through here, so it shouldn't really have an influence. Okay, so guys, in preparation for the next problem. So if we fail FMGC 1, what will happen? We're going to lose the map. We're going to lose the approach speed info, and we're going to lose the airport elevation info because all the data in here will be gone. So this aircraft type with this software standard does not have a memory like the newer aircraft has, where the routing is stored. Now you can't fly it in nav mode if both FMGC fail, but at least you still have that routing, and you can fly it with track or heading mode.
Scandinavian 147, hello, Praha radar identified.
Yeah, so what I want to just check now is how close we are to the Austrian border, because I don't want to get on his nerves here. The Austrian controllers are aware that we're going to have that failure. I just don't want to get on the nerves of the Czech controller here. The thing is, the moment that we fail FMGC 1 as well, we are raw data flying, so we're flying via raw data indication. So we have to go either radar vectored or directly to a nav 8. We cannot fly in RNAV anymore, or nav mode. So I could have said like direct Oscar Kilo Fox or something. Well, it obviously has to do with the ADIRs, Bruno. So it depends on the ADIR system that you have installed, and if that is capable of communicating with the MCDU and storing the routing and some data. At least that's what my documents say. I don't know about the MS.
Scandinavian 147, contact München radar 133.225. Bye bye.
So just checking the altitude again. So we have to expect
Austrian 71 Bravo, descent flight level 150 to be leveled at Lanox.
Descent flight level 150, level latest Lanox, Austrian 71 Bravo. There we go. So now we are seeing that blue arrow telling us that with this descent rate that we have right now, we're going to reach the level 150 at that point here. So we're good on that. If I wanted to, I can actually go vertical speed, adjust the vertical speed. It recalculates the path, and it will then tell us where we'll be able to hit that. There we go. So 2,500 is probably going to be enough. Yeah, that's what it says in my documents, that it depends on the ADR's panel. And actually, if I remember correctly, Bruno, if you have the panel without the noon pad, so just that panel there, then actually it does have that new new system. Good, I'm just going to do a quick calculation of the performance. So landing performance, runway 34, braking action is good, runway 34.
Vision 197 Praha.
Apply the METAR. We're going to take autobrake low, landing weight
Vision 197, go ahead.
is going to be about 62 tons. So low max landing weight, which is
Contact
fine.
on radar 133 decimal
We will
575
do
Vision
flaps
197.
full.
Sorry about that, I just didn't hear you.
We'll do
Radar Lufthansa 294
idle low reverse, manual landing, flat full, auto thrust off. So there we go. So we're going to need round about a factor distance of 2,251 meters.
Vision 197, can you just give me the frequency again?
Vision 197, München radar 133.575.
So autobrake low. Good, so for the briefing, guys, do that before we do the other failure, because it's going to get very busy, because I'm going to have to hand fly everything down, including manual thrust, raw data, no flight directors. No to Stockholm? No, not at the moment, no. Can you manually insert a block? No, you can't. So, Max, that's the thing. You cannot insert
Praha radar.
a block out here manually. That does not work in the A320.
Preview.
Unfortunately not.
Ryanair 1221, contact Praha radar 127.575. Bye-bye.
Well, you see the weight here, and if you look at the fuel consumption, so you can just simply reduce that. So 900 kilograms, deduct that, so it would be 61.5. However, here we have less fuel flow, so just so you know, as a rule of thumb,
Austrian 71 Bravo, contact Wien radar 134.675. Bye-bye, servus.
134.675, Dankeschön, tschüss, die Austrian 7 Bravo. Servus Wien, the Austrian 7 Rom Bravo 185, descending 150 to be leveled by Lanox.
Austrian 7 1 Bravo, Wien radar service, identified information echo, you can expect ILS 29.
Okay, ILS 29 is copied, and information echo will check. Austrian 7 Bravo.
Austrian 7 1 Bravo, direct whiskey 963, descent level 130.
Descent level 130, direct whiskey 983, Austrian 7 Bravo.
Direct whiskey 963.
Oh, it's my apologies. 963, Austrian 7 Bravo. Wow, that's a long way down. Where is that? Oh, that's for the 29er. So they changed that. Arrival ILS 29. Approach again via near us for Mike. Direct. Yeah, there we go. So that's why. 963. There we go. And now we need to recalculate, obviously, our landing performance, because it's going to be a different runway. Runway 29.
2801 mean radar service identified, climb level 240.
And yeah, 2,240 meters, and we have available 3,500. So yeah, that's fine. Good. So for the ILS approach 29, let me just get the chart out for that. Again, anything I could do now is better.
Lufthansa 05 November, descent 10,000 QNH 1018.
Descent 10,000 QNH 1018.
So there we go, 29.
Austrian 221, contact Wien 134.350, bye bye.
Good. So,
This one, contact wind
are we ready?
134.350.
Let's do a quick briefing. So, terrain, high terrain to the southwest, 4,200 around Bravo Romeo Kilo beacon. We expect initial the transition. So it's going to be the 4 Mike out of Nerdu. Just see if I find it real quickly. There it is. So 963 direct to, then we follow the waypoints theoretically, or get radar vectors to some point, and the ILS starts. So we're 29. Start star here. 29 out of 3,000 feet, 7.4 from Oscar Echo X-ray. We've got a 3-degree profile. Final check at the outer marker, or 4.4 from Fox Mike Delta at 2,700. Minimum cat 1 is... Oh, why do I have a cat 2-3 chart here? Approach. Don't want that. I want that. So the minimum cat 1 is 800 feet. Missed approach straight ahead, 10 miles from the ILS dinghy. Turn right, direct to the VOR, fisherman, and climb 5,000 to hold. Have I been to Vienna in real life? Yes, lots of times. Okay, guys, so what we're going to do now is we're going to find the circuit breaker. And I'll ask you then if you think whether or not it's an emergency or not. Right, FMGC 1, there it is. So we pulled it, and it just takes a few seconds for it to realize that it's gone. And then there we go.
Lufthansa 05 November, contact director 119.8.
Right, manual flight.
Director 119.8.
Autopilot off, auto thrust off, manual thrust.
Speedbird 0699, contact being radar 1.
Map not available.
Bye-bye.
Let's put the bird on. Actually, let's try the autopilot again. Autopilot 1, autopilot 2, auto thrust, nothing goes.
Thank you, bye-bye.
So we're still normal law.
Speed radar,
the only thing that's broken right now is no map,
level,
no flight directors,
flight level
no autopilot, no auto thrust.
Outwind 1 to Mike, Queen radar service information.
ECAM actions, auto flight, autopilot off, clear auto flight.
NAF,
GPW's terrain detection fault, GPW's terrain off.
Outwind 7-1 Bravo, descent 8000 QNH 1019.
Descent 8000 QNH 1019, oxygen 7-1 Bravo, and be advised, we have a navigational error here, unable RNAV at the moment.
Outwind 7-1 Bravo, roger, for now maintain present heading, and do you need any further assistance?
Maintain present heading, no. I will let you know if there's any complications. For now, it's all good. Heading 139, oxygen 7-1 Bravo.
7-1 Bravo, roger.
Okay, so we'll start descending here. Manual flight, 8,000.
Mike split, narrow for Mike transition descent level 130.
1019. That's round. Good.
1 to Mike
What
split,
was the
narrow for Mike
position
transition
again? And
descent level
level 130, Austrian 1 to Mike?
Outwind 1 to Mike,
auto flight, auto thrust off,
clear
auto flight, and pressure, cabin pressure, landing elevation fault because it has no more data from the airport.
Outwind 1 to Mike native, level 1.
Just going to slow down a bit here. So, landing elevation adjust.
That's what I put in level 1.
So what we need to do is check the elevation here.
7 Lima Kilo, contact
Is 600. We go to the orbit panel, and this dial there will try to get it to about 600 feet. And we can see that here, landing elevation manual 1,000 now, so we can dial that down a bit.
Wind radar group Namen Lufthansa 320 on Osmo 2 Charlie departure, flight
750.
level 50.
Doesn't have to be rocket science, so 500 is fine.
Climb level 240.
Climb level 240, Lufthansa 320.
Good. Clear cabin pressure, clear status. So normally at this point, obviously we would do a reset procedure.
71 Bravo 10 left heading 130.
Left heading 130, Austrian 7 Bravo. Yeah, normally try reset of the FMGC computers. We can't do that now because the circuit breakers have popped. We're not going to reset the circuit breakers. So we're just going to continue flying manually. Good. So we've got in-up systems, autopilot 1+2, auto thrust, Cat 2 is in-up. So we can do Cat 1 and GPWS terrain is in-up. Right, so remove status. ECAM actions completed. Now what we want to do, we don't have many, well, we've got fishermen showing here. But we do want to fly the ILS 29, so we need to tune that manually. And the way this works, 109.55, is as follows. We go and flip that cover open, press nav on both sides. So for VOR, that is being done on side, meaning this side is VOR 2 and my side is VOR 1. Just be careful now with the descent. So if I go VOR here, again, same thing. We'll enter the frequency, and if you wanted to, you could dial in the course as well.
Foxtrot out of 192 descending 140. FedEx 6313 Wien radar service information.
Just going to slow down here. 8,000. Set.
FedEx 6313. FedEx 6313 descent 8,000 QNH 1019.
Let's go to 50.
8,000 1019 of FedEx 6313.
So there we go. For the ILS, 109.55 and the course is 291.
Expedite descent. Expediting descent, FedEx.
Just concentrate on flying the aircraft really quickly. So on about 55%.
7 Bravo, descent 6,000.
Descent 6,000, Austrian 7 Bravo. Disregard, 6,000 it is. So I have a indication for fishermen 25 miles this direction.
Whiskey Niners.
So I have a rough idea where I am. So I have my mental picture. So I'm going to go down to tune ILS, and it doesn't matter which side you tune, it tunes both. So here we can already see it's got the right course in there. It's got 109.55 already in there and 291. You see it has it on both sides. So that's fine. So I'm going to dial in here, view our Rose mode on one side, and here I can already set the ILS. So that rotary dial to LS, and you can see it's already identifying it, and it has the correct inbound course. Right, 291. So that's all set. Coming back to 6,000 feet. Pitch and power.
71 Bravo, contact director, 119.8, calls and only. Bye bye.
19.8, calls and only, the Austrian 7 Bravo. So what we do now, actually, we just press VHF1 to get back to the
Wien radar, schönen guten Abend. This is Austin
frequency.
390 with you. Otsu 2 Charlie, climbing 2,800 for 5,000.
Austin 390 Wien radar,
just do the level off here. There we go. 19.8.
Climb level 240, Austin 390.
Austin 1 to Mach descent 8,000 QNH 1019.
8,000 feet QNH 1019, Austrian 12 Mike.
And Austrian 1 to Mach speed 250 knots.
250 knots.
November 05 November 10 right heading 260 clear ILS approach runway 29.
Right, 260 clear ILS approach runway 29er, 05 November.
Director, Abend, die Austrian 71 Bravo.
Austrian 71 Bravo, arrival, guten Abend, expect about 35 miles to touch up.
As copied. Be advised, we're unable ANA for the current time due to a navigational failure.
Austrian 71 Bravo, roger, we are aware of that.
Thank you much. They're aware of that, that's good. Alright, so that is tuned. All I want to do now actually is on the number 2 set. I want to tune the inbound course as well, 291. Let me just do that again. That way I have the VOR indicating roughly in the same direction on the course indication for the co-pilot side.
Austrian 71 Bravo, just to confirm you're able to fly the ILS, correct?
Yes, I can, Austrian 7 Bravo.
71 Bravo, roger, expect the ILS.
copied. One thing I'm not really happy about is the fact that I have the indication here for the VOR, but I don't have it on the other side, which is kind of weird. Right, 10.4, let's try again. Ah, there we go. Yeah, that was tuned on the wrong frequency. So now I have fishermen on this side, and I have the ILS on this side. So let's try 130 again. And you can see the aircraft flies very nicely.
November, confirm you're established on the island.
We are established on the
Oh, really, Toto? Yeah, I mean,
captured the glide field.
for me personally, Toto, and I'm sure you see the same way, it just practices your mental picture. So if I have that in real life at any time, dual FMGC failure, and I've had it on the 747 in real life, so it's not completely, you know, unrealistic. I know what to do, and it's just you need to be aware of how to use these backup radio setups. So, and you know, the good old yeah, Toto, I know, right? That's a global navigation system.
Austrian 71 Bravo, descend 3000.
Descend 3000, Austrian 7 Bravo. Good, so we are stable 230 knots. And again, smooth input. So whenever you have, you know, manual flight, raw data,
arrival allow FedEx 6313.
just do it nice and smoothly.
FedEx 6313, arrival, guten Abend.
No need for hectic inputs. Let's try again. Where is our position? We are now a beam fisherman at 8 miles. Yeah, I think for the viewers it's a nice kind of demonstration that the Airbus can be flown the good old way. So as long as you have, you know, the receivers active, and you can tune in a VOR station and a radial course.
71 Bravo, expect the base turn in about 6 miles from now and a 50 nautical miles.
That's copied, Austrian 7-1 Bravo. I'm not sure. His total distance, 50 miles, just seems a bit far. Oh, one more thing to do, guys. Our approach speed. Normally we'd get our approach speed here in the FMS. In real life, we would get it from our performance calculator as well, the VLS. Here I can't. So I've actually prepared a chart for myself for the approach speeds. And for our weight, 62 tons, it's going to be config 4, 132. So we do now 137 actually. Let me put that in here already, so I don't have to recalculate later on. 137. Wind is less than 15 knots, so no more corrections needed on that. Just above green dot. Oh yeah, so that's the question for the hard line, or for the ones that have a really good knowledge on the Airbus. Why do we still have these characteristic speeds here? So how come, even though we don't have the FMS anymore? Alright, 200, Austrian 7 Bravo. So why do we still have those characteristic speeds in there? Flaps 1. Ah, there we go. Exactly. They are calculated by the flight augmentation computers, and they are obviously still working. That's why. Right, approaching 3,000 feet. Add a bit of thrust. And the tower frequency, let me just find a time to put that in, 19.4. Let me fly the aircraft though. Let's keep descending. 19.4. Good, so that's set. We're coming up 3,000 feet. Speed is good, altitude is good.
Austrian 71 Bravo, further right turn heading 260, cleared ILS approach runway 29.
Heading 260 and cleared the LS 29, Austrian 71 Bravo. So let's do the level off pretty quickly. 260. And I can see the radial coming in from Fisherman, so I know that we're close to the ILS course as well. Fisherman is not correlated to the runway, but there we go. So you see what I mean?
5,000 feet.
So 291 on the track. 291. There it is.
FedEx 6313.
There's the runway up ahead. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, we don't have a ILS-DIN indication here. So when that failure occurs, we don't have that. So we have to look at, well, we don't have fisherman distance at all. I'm just wondering if I dial in. Ah, it doesn't matter. So,
Austrian 71 Bravo, just to confirm, do you need any assistance on ground?
Austrian 7 Bravo, negative. There'll be a normal approach, normal landing. Thank you.
Alles klar, danke.
Flaps 2. Speed is checked. Flaps 2. Right, status. Nothing new. Remove status. Here comes the glide slope. Flaps going 2.
Austrian 1 to Mike, descend 3,000 feet. 3,000, Austrian 1 to Mike.
I don't know why the standby tuning does not show the knee here. Oh, you're right, Bruno. Yeah, you're right. On the PFD. Yeah, in my documents it says you should not have that. Okay, there we go. So 7.4. And then missed approach goes to 5,000. Good.
Austrian 1 to Mike, reduce speed 220 knots and kindly start your descent. 220
So that's
knots.
correct again. Wind from the right, 16 knots. Blimey. Still a lot of crosswind here.
FedEx 6313, speed 240 knots.
240 on the speed, FedEx 6313.
Good. So we have the flight path vector, so we can put that nicely at 3 degrees down. And I'll have my track pointer as well there, so I can try to adjust that to the inbound track and then stop flying S-curves around the localizer.
Austrian 1 to Mike, turn right heading 200.
Gears coming down.
Heading 200, Austrian 1 to Mike. Austrian 71 Bravo, over to tower frequency 119.4, goodbye.
19.4, thank you. Austrian 7, Bravo. Servus Wien Tower, Austrian 7-1 Bravo on the ILS 29. Flaps 3, speed is checked.
Austrian 7-1 Bravo, Wien Tower, guten Abend. Wind 320 degrees, 8 knots, runway 29 cleared to land.
Runway 29 cleared land, Austrian 7-1 Bravo. I'm desperately trying to get that track point in the right position there. There we go. Flaps full, speed is checked, flaps full. Clear to land, 8 knots of wind.
And 455 Wien Tower, good evening.
Landing checklist, EK Memo, landing no blue. And let's concentrate on flying the aircraft. 1,000, checked, stable. A drunk box, yeah, I mean, like, seriously. So, case missed approach, straight ahead 10 miles or something, and then right turn back to Fisherman. Roger, Dodger. What autopilot? The autopilot was disengaged for ages now.
87 uniform, Wien Tower, servus, number 2 in sequence.
Well, I'm happy that we don't have much wind. If we had like 30 knots wind, this approach would be really nasty.
300.
Oh, updraft, interesting. Correcting.
200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard.
Boston 455, line up in belt runway 29.
A bit too much, come on.
5.
There we go. Bit floaty, I pulled back a bit too hard there. Good, we've got spoilers, reverse green decel. 124, okay. I'll take it. Manual brakes, reverse are closed. There we go, reverse closed, and we'll take
7-1 Bravo after vacating, contact ground 11775. Bye-bye.
11775, thank you much, Austrian 7-1 Bravo. There we go.
Boston 455, wind 320 degrees 8 knots, runway 29 cleared for takeoff.
So let me just clear the runway and then we contact the ground. Flaps can go up. Spoilers retract. And let me quickly get the chart out.
Clear destination Stuttgart, automatic to Charlie departure route in like 5,000 feet for 1,000. Hearing 78 Papa.
Hearing 78 Papa, reflex connect, call me the least will start up on the
Being ground, hello from Austrian 7-1 Bravo, just vacated.
7-1 Bravo, being ground, hello, taxi 10 Foxtrot 43 via Lima and taxi lane 37.
Via Lima, taxi line 37 to Foxtrot 43, Austrian 7-1 Bravo, thank you. Good. So
617 contact in Tower 119 4. Ciao.
Tower 119,
so Lima is the first one to the right. It's a bit loud. So first one to the right. Strobes off. Stop the APU. So there we go. And I have to say, doing that single pilot is always quite spicy because there's so much you have to do. There's no one that helps you.
Black box.
Helps you with monitoring the systems. Lilo pilot, thank you. Good night.
November Whiskey, good evening. Information Foxtrot current cleared lead. Inbox 3 Charlie departure route initially plan 5,000 for 1,000.
Destination is Autobahn 29 via Inbox 3 Charlie.
So Foxtrot 43 is right on the outside there. So we have to just look for 37. So this is actually Mr. Bravo. Am I on mic? Oh yeah, I am. Sorry. Good catch. I am on mic. Lima is the inner. Thank you. It was just a test for you guys, obviously.
Ready for push startup.
1500 start up.
Good question. Why is that so dark? I don't know. Yeah, it has no effect really on the ground, does it? Is it broken? No. Yeah, I guess it's one of those Microsoft issues.
There. If possible, I still have all the information from the clearance. If I could, I'll just call you back for a push and start.
So here we've got exit 6.
Thank you.
So we have exit 6, exit 5, and at exit 4 we turn left. Tango Lima 37.
Of the 1504, standard change squawk 1000 first please, and thereafter push on to Lima 83.
No, the cabin lights are on.
Ryanair 18 Echo, stand Echo 45 with information Foxtrot, requesting clearance IFR to Dublin.
Yeah, there we go. Exit 4.
Section 1, 8 Echo being out. Good evening.
So we have to turn left here.
Dublin, Oscar 2 Charlie departure route. Initially climb 5.
And then Foxtrot 43 is right at the edge there.
Can you say the departure?
Hey, Aaron.
Ryanair 18 Echo?
No, no, the FENIX is published.
Oscar 2 Charlie departure route. Oscar Tango Golf Alpha.
That's 37. 43. Did we really get an outside position? Are you kidding me? Yeah, there it is. Foxtrot 43. Blimey. No, normally the taxi light is bright. It really helps you with taxiing at night time.
And I want an Echo read back is correct. Form you and ready for starter.
We'll go Ryanair 18 Echo.
Yeah, don't they know who I am?
During semi Papa request button push.
So yeah, they are updating. They've already brought out one update already. Where on earth is that? Seriously, like in the dark.
Roundelo, FedEx
Is it right there or what? Blimey.
FedEx 6313 being ground, good evening sir. Taxi stand Alpha 91 via Lima.
Alpha 91 via Lima, FedEx 6313.
Lufthansa 1500 ready for taxi.
On the 1500, taxi holding point on the 29er via exit 10 and 5.
There's this 41 now. Right, we'll just stop here. I'm not sure if that marking here is correct as well. So, there we go. That on. 2, 1. Lost in Vienna. No, according to my chart, I'm at the right position. It's just weird from the chart.
And I want an Echo affirmative.
Roger.
I wish they had given me a nicer position. I will complain. Right, cool. So there we go. Parking checklist. We've got the APU bleed on. Yellow ilic pump is off. We've got the engines off. Seatbelts off. Parking brake on, and radar plugged windshield is broken. So that's how a FMGC failure 1 and 2 looks like. So do I expect anyone to try this? No. There's a lot of work, but it goes to show that you can fly an Airbus purely by, without the MCDU, without the flight plan in it, just simply headings, radials, raw data ILS. It can be done. Well, Toto, I would ask him to take the flashlight here. And that will probably be bright enough, yeah. Oh, we still got a beacon light on. Where's my first officer? Ay. Like, seriously. Nice. So that was a lovely flight, though. Yeah, single pilot as well, right? D-board, yes please. Ground services. So let's go and get the aft stairs, forward stairs. I am disappointed. Why am I parked here? There's nothing there. It's pitch black. And there's so many beautiful parking positions here. I'm gonna have to talk to Kleptrick. Or Manchester. No, so yours, I think it's more, it has to do with the scenery. Right, so for some reason the reflections on the scenery aren't correct. Toto, I'm aware of that, and I'm used to that as well. So, but yeah, strange. Cool, guys. Is there any more questions? Because if not, then we'll end the stream here and we'll restart the next one. What's the reason if there is a reduction of landing distance when auto thrust is off? Okay, let's just check here what we had for calculations. So if we put auto thrust on, you have, oh yeah, because the auto thrust regulation is a lot slower than when you pull the thrust levers to idle yourself. So to go into the flare, it'll start spooling down the engines and then call out retard. But apparently that just takes a little bit more time on average than doing it manually. Thank you, Aaron. Okay, now I get your questions, Aaron. Okay, so you're asking me if I'm flying kind of non-published versions. No, so right now I'm flying the version that you guys have as well. Yeah. I would need to check if pre-release versions, so any beta versions, would be allowed to be streamed. I would need to check the NDA for that, because I'm pretty sure right now the NDA lift is only for the stable version, but I need to check that again. Yeah, yeah, but this is the stable version, the ones you have. Yeah, cool. Alrighty, that's all the questions answered. Big thank you to the members coming in today. Let me see. That was Eagle Motion. Thank you so much, and also to, pretty sure someone else had. Yeah, Yorda, there we go, Yorda. Thank you much for the formats as well. Hope you enjoyed Amsterdam. I certainly did. Yeah, we're going to the US, and we're going from San Francisco to Burbank. Now, I'm going to be offline because I do want to show the FSI panel app. You've seen it already in P3D, but it's now available for Microsoft and in the PMDG. Hey, Stoll. Right, so give me 10 minutes break. And I'll be back again in about 10 minutes. Diego, not today, no. Let me put that on to the request for the next stream next week. Alrighty. See you in a few minutes, guys. Thank you so much.